What is up, YouTube? NES Addict here. I've been working on a Craigslist deal for the past 2 days, and it looks like it's finally going to come to fruition. Not going to be quite the deal that it originally intended out being. Let me give you a little backstory on it. So I was looking through Craigslist Friday night or Saturday night, and found this guy that had a Nintendo and some games. He wanted 30 bucks for it, and I was like, okay, you can't really go wrong with that. So he didn't have the games listed. He didn't have any pictures of the system. So after an email or two, he finally posted some pictures. And when I saw the pictures, I about crapped my pants. There in the middle of the pictures was, among some very common titles like Days of Thunder and Tecmo Bowl and some other things, was Bucky O'Hare. So I immediately emailed him back, and I was like, 30 bucks, sold, you know, I'll do it, I'll meet you there whenever. So this is Sunday morning, or late Saturday night, early Sunday morning when I'm emailing this. So Sunday goes by, and I haven't heard from this guy all day, and I was like, this isn't going to happen for me. I'm not going to get this. It's just not going to happen. So I blew this guy up with emails, which is probably extremely annoying for this guy, but I was just freaking out. You don't ever find games like Bucky O'Hare in the wild, so to say. You know, and especially not when people don't know what they have. So finally last night he emails me back, and he's like, hey, you know, I haven't been ignoring you, something came up, blah, blah, blah. He said, there's one guy in front of you who's saying he'll buy all of it. In kind of like a last ditch, almost kind of a jerk move also. If I'm not getting it, no one's getting it. So I kind of said, look, man, the reason you're having, he said he had a lot of other inquiries, you know, after posting the pictures, which makes sense. And so kind of I said, you know, the reason that you're having this big influx of interest is because you have a rare title, Bucky O'Hare, it's worth blah, blah, blah. You know, I really would like to get it, you know, this, that, and the other. So I came up front and I told him, you know, kind of what it was worth. And he said, you know, thank you for being honest. This was actually recently brought to my attention. The game now has been taken out of the listing. You know, are you still interested in the rest of it? And I said, well, you know, to be honest, I have most of these games. They're very common titles. I'm not going to drive 30 minutes out of my way just to pick up stuff I could go get at my local video game store for the same price or less. So I said, what could you do for Bucky O'Hare? And long story short, we came to the agreement of $70 for Bucky O'Hare, which is still a really good price. And then after that, we decided on, for the rest of the stuff, $45. So $115 total for the whole lot. So it went from $30 to $115. Which is actually fair to the guy. So anyway, I'm going to pick it up now. So yeah, so that's kind of the story. I may edit this out a little bit because I've been kind of long-winded here, but we're on our way now to pick it up, so we'll see what happens. So here we have it. Here's the NES I got. Super Sprint in the box. That's pretty neat. Like I said, a bunch of common stuff. Days of Thunder, Billy at NASCAR, Infiltrator, NES Open, Trick Shooting, which I don't have, Top Gun, which I do have, Tecmo Bowl, Kung Fu Heroes, Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, which he threw in, which wasn't, here's the one you guys want to see, Bucky O'Hare. In the wild. Couldn't believe it. Base is loaded, and here's the wires and stuff. I got him to knock off the extra 5 because that was taped. So anyway, $110 for all that. I think that's a steal. That guy was really nice to me. I should have probably recorded it, but I didn't want to make him feel awkward, so I just show you guys the aftermath here. Anyway, let's go home and test this out. Alright, so I've been taking this Nintendo apart, cleaning it, Trying my hardest to get this smoke smell out of it. I don't know if you guys can tell, there's a little bit of smoke right there. But man, this thing was dirty a minute. I really should have showed the before and after of this. But consider this your public service announcement from NES Addict. Don't smoke, people. It's not good for you. Just imagine what it does to your lungs when it does this to a Nintendo. I don't know if you guys can see all that tar in there. It kind of has like a goldish brown yellow tint. Okay, so like here is gray and here is like this brownish. Hopefully you guys can see that. Anyway, so if it does this to a Nintendo, imagine what it does to your lungs. Here's some tar right here. See that? That's all tar from cigarette. So people, if you smoke, I understand it's your right as a US American citizen. And hey, you probably already know the risk anyway. But I just couldn't help but take this moment to show you. Alright, so here we have the board, the main board on the NES. And I was cleaning it, and another good chance just to show you like what tar does to stuff. Sorry if you guys smoke, I'm not trying to like be on my high horse here, but it's just crazy to see. So this piece was covered, so this is all tar here. That I just wiped off. Alright, so I'm literally going to cut right here, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I clean it with this Clorox wipe. Alright, that's just after a few wipes. There's still some at the top there, so I'm going to cut away again and finish it up. Alright, so now that's fully clean. And look at my rag. That's what goes in your lungs. Years and years and years and years of it. Anyway, I may not even put this in the video. I apologize if I've offended anyone. You guys want to know what it is that I do when I'm sitting around cleaning games and whatnot? I watch one of my favorites. Retro Liberty.
This is gonna be right where your boob is.
Jiggly puffs for your Jigglypuffs. She liked it. Actually,
Jiggly puffs for your Jiggly puffs. Aaron, what are you doing? That's not appropriate.
Whatever.
But guess what? Guess what comes next? You guys probably won't care, but let's see if I can. That's Lana Del Rey. I love Lana Del Rey.